Everyone, I'm joined by Miss Anja Bartke. She is a parent in our ministry, also a volunteer leader. And so, Anja, thank you for joining us. The first question that I have is you're now an empty nester, and so you have a different perspective. And so I think what would be good for our parents to hear from you is just some advice. Like you're on kind of the other side of raising teenagers. So what kind of advice would you give to our parents now who are in the trenches?
Well, obviously, like any parent, I can look back and probably give you a list that's pretty long of what I would do differently. But just thinking about this question, I think my parents were very private. They didn't pray or read the Bible aloud to us or anything like that with me growing up. And so I was very private about those, particularly those two things, prayer and Bible reading for most of my kids' lives, unfortunately. And so that's something I would definitely change. I think got kind of caught up in, well, let's get them to church, let's get them to the events, let's do the mission trips, let's do all of those things. And those are good. But I think sometimes kids, my kids may have seen that Christianity was about like doing these things instead of really seeing my heart, which is what I was sharing privately with God, that I wanted to know him. I wanted to learn who he was through the Bible and to just have that intimate relationship with him. And so if I could go back, I would put more of an emphasis on that and sharing that and modeling that for my kids. That first, it's really just about knowing God and being with God, inviting him into our lives. And then all of the things we do afterwards kind of come from, that desire to be in relationship with him.
Anya, that's awesome. I mean, this concept of modeling, it's such a simple concept, but like you said, it's hard because think about it, most of the time parents are probably trying to read early in the morning or late at night while their kids not around them because they want to have quiet time. But
Right.
at the same time, it's so valuable for our kids to see us praying, to see us reading the word, just to know that we have a personal relationship with Christ too. Anya, thank you so much for sharing.